Welcome to Northern York County. Whether you're moving here for the rural beauty, charming towns, or rich history, there's something for everyone. We're here in the square in Dillsburg right now, which is one of several towns we're going to show you on this beautiful day. Some of our area's most beautiful towns and neighborhoods are located right here in Northern York County, including some of the best outdoor recreation in the entire state, with places like Ski Roundtop and Pinchot Park. So let's not waste any time. Let's get to it right now.
As Josh said, today's focus is going to be Northern York County. And we're actually going to split this one into two separate videos since Northern York County is so large. Now, let's first take a quick look at the map to show you exactly what we're going to be covering today. Just in Northern York County alone, based on our calculations, there are currently over 130 homes listed for sale, plus a lot of new construction, which gives you some nice options if you're considering a move here. All right, so here's York County on a map. Everything in this red dotted line is York County, Pennsylvania. To the south, you have the Mason-Dixon line, which divides Pennsylvania and Maryland. To the east, you have the Susquehanna River, which divides York County and Lancaster County. Keep a lookout in the future for more information on Lancaster County. We are going to be diving into that county very soon. To the west, we have Adams County, and to the north, we have Cumberland County. Now, today, we are going to be focusing on Northern York County, which is basically this line and above. And we're actually going to be splitting this into two separate videos. So, see, you have York City right here, right in the middle. Everything up here is Northern York County, and today's video, part one, is going to be the western side. So it's going to be places like Dillsburg, Wellsville, Mount Royal, and Dover, which Dover is a very up-and-coming area. A lot of new built housing is happening in and around Dover. And we're going to end the video today at Pinchot Park, Pinchot State Park. Very popular park, very nice tourist attraction here in central Pennsylvania. So we're gonna get to it right now. Northern York County is mostly rural. You're gonna see a lot of cornfields, woods, state game lands, agriculture, and small towns just like here in Dillsburg. This means homes typically have a larger footprint with beautiful open space surrounding you. It's also an outdoor enthusiast dream with amazing hiking and biking trails and water sports. There are gorgeous golf courses and country clubs, as well as nature reserves for wildlife and bird watching. Stay tuned to see what I'm talking about as we explore York County's incredibly beautiful natural resources.
So we're going to start things off with the northernmost city here in the county, and that's the town of Dillsburg. Dillsburg is nestled right here in the foothills of the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains that you can see behind me. So many of the towns that we show you are nestled in that valley, so there's beautiful views all around. At one time, the town of Dillsburg was a settlement known as Monaghan Settlement. At other times, it was Dills or Dillstown. The town officially became Dillsburg when incorporated in 1833. It was named in honor of the earliest settler Matthew Dill, who located here about 1740 and came from the county of Monaghan, Ireland. In 1749, Matthew Dill became one of the court justices of York County, and before that, he had commanded a company against native Indian opposition. He died October 13, 1750 at the age of 52, 4 years before the start of the French-Indian Wars. There is truly a wealth of historical information about this area, and the preservation and celebration of that history is a priority in these communities. For more info about the history here, you can always check out the Historical Society's website at northernyorkhistorical.org.
In Dillsburg Borough, the population here is right around 2,600. Now, if we take a look at the entire Dillsburg area, the whole 17109 zip code, now we're looking at just shy of 18,000 with over 7,200 housing units. Now, it's not uncommon here for homes to date back the whole way to the early 1700s. I've personally shown some of them. All right, now we're going to take you out to the first home, our first community of the day. Let's go.
All right, we're here in South Mountain Estates to kick things off with our home tours for today. Here in Dillsburg, Carroll Township, York County. This beautiful colonial was built in 1999 and has 1,675 square feet. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. At a price point of $405 for the 1,675 square feet, you're looking at about $241 a square foot. We are in Northern York School District. Again, Carroll Township, South Mountain Estates. This home is listed for $405. Taxes here are just under $5,000 a year. We're going to show you around the neighborhood and continue on with the video.
A little bit about the school system here in the Dillsburg area. We are at Northern York School District. Right behind me is the high school. What a beautiful campus this is, the home of the polar bears. Northern York School District is above average and is located right here in Dillsburg. It has roughly 3,300 students in grades K through 12 and a student-teacher ratio of 16:1. Overall, the school district receives a B with a B+ in administration and teachers. Off to the next step.
Among so many things to do in Dillsburg with the breweries and the mom and pop joints and the restaurants and the outdoor activities, one of Dillsburg's most popular events is the Farmers Fair celebration. Now, locals will know what I'm talking about. People come from all over to attend the Farmers Fair. It takes place over multiple days and is held annually during the 3rd weekend in October. Its many attractions include the parades on Friday and Saturday evenings, multiple vendors, great music, arts and crafts, a classic antique car and tractor parade Saturday afternoon, Civil War reenactments at Dill's Tavern, and so much more. The fair features an amazing variety of food, from common concessions to specialty theme items such as fried pickles and even pickle soup. So much fun to be had here for all ages. Also, and this is kind of a quirky thing, but Dillsburg drops a larger-than-life New Year's Eve pickle in an event called the Pickle Drop. Very similar to how on New Year's Eve Harrisburg drops the strawberry right in Strawberry Square. Fun little thing to catch if you're in the area. Enjoy the nostalgia of an old-school drive-in at Harr's. Another great thing to do locally, and one of the last remaining true drive-ins in the area. They show popular films of the modern time as well as classics. Very popular in the area. Also, make sure to visit Greystone Public House and the historic Dill's Tavern. Both great spots for dinner, for some drinks. And Dill's Tavern was actually founded in the 1750s and is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Last but not least, let's talk about Ski Roundtop. We have mentioned this to you before, but Ski Roundtop is an amazing ski destination right near Dillsburg. And it has 11 lifts within 106 acres of terrain, suitable for all ages. There are 13 trails at Ski Roundtop, and the mountain reaches over 1,300 feet at its highest. So there's some great challenging courses there for folks that are longtime skiers, and it's a great place for a beginner to learn how to ski as well. Just a fun thing to do on a weekend as well.
Another place you want to check out is right here on Baltimore Street, right in the heart of Dillsburg. It's called Roadhog Barbecue. They got some good stuff in here. It's actually just after lunchtime, so we're going to go in and check it out. Follow me. So now we're going to make our way down south into Dover. That's going to be the next largest town on our way through Northern York. But we're going to be popping into these small little towns. Now don't blink or you're going to miss it. This town here is just south of Dillsburg. It's called a Franklintown. Not very big, probably about 3/4 of a mile long. And then we're going to go through Wellsville, So you're going to see a lot of these here in northern New York. Very rural, very close-knit communities here. So let's take you down through.
So as Aaron said, we make our way south towards Dover and we're hitting these smaller towns like Franklintown and right here in Wellsville. Really just one main stretch of town here. This is the residential area, and we just thought we'd stop off to this cool family-owned butcher shop, Weavers of Wellsville, here right in town for some nice deli to show you kind of some of the local fare.
Here in Wellsville, there's only one current active listing on the MLS. So that kind of reflects what we told you earlier, how small these towns are. Now, this home here that's on the MLS, it's a beauty. It has 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and just over 2,900 square feet. It sits on 4 acres and has a price point of $885,000. So that puts your price per square foot right around $304. It is located in Washington Township, and the school district here is Northern York County. Your taxes are actually pretty reasonable, just under $5,000 per year. So now we're going to make our way down to Dover. Okay, so we just made it south here to Dover, Pennsylvania. We're just minutes away from York City, just a little further down south. Now, Dover Township is a growing community with a hometown feel, as you can see around here. Despite its rapid growth, it maintains a small town feel with rural roots, prioritizing agriculture and the harvest of its beautiful rolling pastures. There are currently 41 listings here in the Dover area, as represented by our MLS, with a nice mix of beautiful resales as well as home builds. Let's take you around and show you the town a little bit.
Just a couple pieces of information about Dover. Dover was founded by James Joner, who purchased the original 203 acres in 1764 and laid out the town of Dover. It was then known as Jonerstown until 1815, when a Dover post office was established. Significantly, during the 1863 Gettysburg campaign of the American Civil War, Dover was briefly occupied overnight by Confederate cavalry. Again, Dover is located 8 miles from downtown York, and the borough has a population of just about 2,000. Now, when looking at the larger whole Dover area, the 17315 zip code, the population is closer to 27,000. According to Realtor.com, the median home price here is right around $275,000, compared to Dillsburg, which is around $350,000 for their median home value. Here we are at our third community of the day, our first in Dover. We are at King's Court at Brownstone, this brand new community here. We told you there was a lot of new development here in Dover, and this is one of many that we'll show you throughout the course of the next series of videos. This is a colonial style single family home, about 1,645 square feet at a price point of $351,900. You're looking at a price per square foot of about $215. Now, if you are looking to move into this community, from the time you sign your contract to the time you do your final walkthrough, you'll probably be looking at about 7 months. Again, this is J.A. Myers Builders. If you're looking for a new build here in Dover or in York County or anywhere in the areas that we service, please reach out to Aaron or myself and we'll get the process started. So I'm here at Dover Area School District, which extends over 42 square miles and serves a community of approximately 24,000 citizens. The school district is a diverse district here in York County with almost 500 employees who educate 3,200 students in grades K through 12. They service those students with 1 high school, 9 through 12, 1 middle school, 6 through 8, and 4 elementary schools, K through 12, as well as a virtual academy. Now, let's go to our next community, our next home of the day here in Dover. Our fourth home of the day is a truly unique property. This is very, very beautiful. We are here in Dover And this property extends over 36 acres, and it's actually 4 separate parcels. It does back up all the way to the Conewago Creek, so you can do your tubing there and kayaking. There are horse farms and pastures and barns. So again, a very specialty property here, not for everybody, but truly one of a kind. It is listed at $824,900, just under $825,000, and that's for 4 bedrooms, 3 full baths, 2 half baths, and 4,112 is the square feet in this property. Now at that price point, that takes you right to an even $200 a square foot, which for this property, quite competitive. This is a colonial style built in 1900 in Dover Area School District, Dover Township, with a very low yearly tax bill of just over $3,700, most likely because of the Clean and Green program, where owners that have over 10 acres can save on their property taxes. Some fun things to do if you're here in Dover will be the Town Square, Dover Antique Mall, Mill Creek Park, and Brookside Park. Let's show you a couple of those. We're here in beautiful Pinchot Park today, here in Lewisberry in northern York County. This is a state park named after Gifford Pinchot. Now, a couple quick words about Gifford Pinchot. He was the 4th chief of the U.S. Division of Forestry. Comes from a long line of forestry and natural resource conservation. He was the 28th governor of our state of Pennsylvania, and he had a very close relationship with Theodore Roosevelt, who shared his love of conservation and national parks. Theodore Roosevelt was very instrumental in the development of the national parks in our country. This absolutely gorgeous state park is 2,338 acres, a full-service state park with 18 miles of hiking and biking trails. The gorgeous 340-acre Pinchot Lake behind me as the main attractions, offering so many fun activities: swimming, boat rentals, lakeside trails, disc golf course, camping sites, and picnic areas. There's lakeside playgrounds for the kids and picnic areas, swing sets, just absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful docks for fishing and photos and leisure time. Let's show you around.
That is going to wrap up part 1 of our 2-part series of Northern York County. Stay tuned over the next week or so for part 2. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more just like it, make sure you subscribe to our channel. All of our information is in the description below. That way we can help you make a smooth move to the area. This is Aaron and Josh with the Living in Central PA team. Like always, keep it real.